Hey guys, what's up? This recording is titled Sounds, Month of July, Part 2, the year 2023. And in this recording, I'm making documentation of my experience with sounds that make noises that I hear that use language that are a multitude. I can distinguish them apart from one another. And that's kind of complicated to explain, but they started in the year 2013 and have been nonstop to now, the year 2023. And I started to make recordings and notes and documentation this year, 2023. I started in January of the sounds that make noises and use language, things like that. Um, these recordings are mostly of experiences right here and right now, what takes place currently. Um, and I've made several recordings, and they are on the internet for reference, for records, things like that. And since they started in 2013 through the whole entire time, each day, every single day, they will subtotal to make 2/3 negativity at least, but they can get as bad as 3/4 negative, which is more than 2/3. And I hear the noise not even 3 minutes after waking up, which is basically immediately after waking up. And from physical experience I've had, I know they are a foreign object, a result of having been tampered with in my sleep and even awake. A tamper which is difficult to explain, kind of complicated, maybe difficult to believe. I don't know, but the tamper took place in 2013, and it kind of went that one day after the tamper, I started to hear them all day long. And since that day to now, 2023, if I'm awake a 16-hour day because I slept 8 hours, so that leaves 16 because 16 plus 8 is 24. So 16 hours I spend awake. Every hour of those 16 hours will be occupied by a total of no less than 20 minutes of noise language. So every single one of those hours, an individual hour is occupied by 20 minutes of sound noise language, at least 20 minutes, any individual hour. And from whatever it is that is definitely something wireless. And it's not uncommon to hear them for 30 minutes subtotal on an individual hour, or 40 minutes subtotal on an individual hour. And it does go quiet though about 10 minutes before falling asleep. I know this because I keep track of time, but yeah, I hear them every hour of every day since some particular day in the year 2013, and they are a subtotal of 2/3 negative at least, but can get as bad as 3/4 negative, which is worse than 2/3 negative. And that'll be the subtotal of every day. And what's left over is pretty much what I call neutral, and it's no more than 1/3 neutral. It can be less than 1/3 neutral. It could be 1/4 neutral. It can be less from keeping track. Um, it is not uncommon for them to be 3/4 negative bad though. They can be 3/4 bad, which is worse than 2/3 negative, and the 3/4 is bad, and it's not uncommon. And I try to avoid things getting out of control like that. It's complicated how I'm kind of careful about not making it worse than 2/3 negative. Maybe I'll isolate that probably stabilizes my response and my reaction. Um, yeah, and I've been working with treatment and with healthcare on trying to subtract and eliminate the wireless material that has not been found or identified, um, and I've not had any success in finding or removing the digital wireless material whose location is supposedly unknown to healthcare. But I have some notes in front of me that I'm gonna check out, and they're about what's been going on recently, things like that. So I'm gonna check out these notes out in front of me, and the first one goes, for the past no less than 40 minutes, I have been hearing negative language and vocabulary from the noise, including but not limited to, you are weak minded, you are the opposite of smart, and you are a scaredy cat. Being repeated 3 times a minute for 40 minutes from keeping track of time. My face felt twisting and hot, and parts of my face were curling in response to the sounds being made in my ears by the noise. I could feel tingling under my skin. I felt confusion. It was like as if I was having some type of involuntary response reaction all over my body, face, neck, and gut. It definitely was taking some energy away from me. It was difficult. And that's the first note. And that's exactly what was going on. They were just saying some things that were very negative, that were taking a negative effect on me, and I made a note of it. And so I'm recording it right now, and I'm gonna put this recording on the internet for reference, for records. See where it takes me, see where this goes. So I'm gonna go on to this next note, and it goes, I was hearing for at least 40 minutes trash talk from the noise, one comment after another, maybe repeating things, maybe 3 times a minute from keeping track of time. The noises were using certain language, things like, you are useless, you are weak, stop bothering everyone, you will never be good enough, in loud pronunciation, in cruel, violent, aggressive, mean, hurtful pronunciation. It made me confused and nervous. My blood all over under my skin felt hot and full of pressure. I had a cold sweat on my face. My entire body felt tension all over most areas. It was pretty bad, especially on my face where it felt like twisting. The effect it took was very negative. And that was that note. And that's all the notes I have. And so I'm making this recording, and I'm going to put it on the internet. And I've been doing that this year since January. Right now is the month of July. So yeah, I'm going to put this on the internet. Yeah, so that's all my notes. That's everything, guys. So I'm gonna wrap this up. So if you would like to help support my channel, you can like, comment, share, and subscribe. That would be awesome. And I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. So I'll probably be making more recordings and things like that in the future. So, okay, peace.